What up? Before we talk about Stunfest, had a request for a grade on commentary from one PXG Xrd man, who commentated with me at Combo Breaker.
Oh, okay. So he actually commentated with you.
He did.
Okay,
he did.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's definitely a different experience to commentate live at a big tournament.
That's right, because they pumped the.
Well, he wasn't in the audience yet. I think that was just for top 8.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But still, being in front of a crowd is different, and having a co-commentator is different because he's usually just doing it.
Oh, that's right.
On his own,
right.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit afterward, but I think that the biggest thing was that there were moments where, I mean, presumably he's in the chat, so I'll just say you.
I saw him in there.
Okay,
yeah.
where you did sort of, if you didn't know what to say, you would grunt a little bit, rather than like having like a sentence or whatever. It would just be like,
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, that's definitely something to work on, and I don't know if you ever felt like I was taking control of the commentary, but if you ever do feel like that, or if you feel like your co-commentator's doing that, just jump in a couple of times, because people do that. I feel like a commentator who knows what's going on will do that if he thinks that the other commentator isn't like holding up entirely. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you do the same thing. So if you ever notice that, just jump in, and then maybe the co-commentator will be like, "Oh, okay. Like, I would love you to talk, but I'm just not talking a lot because you're not talking as much."
Right. It's interesting. One of the things that makes, like, I know we work really well with each other nowadays, and we actually don't talk over each other as much, and we're good at stopping for the other person, because you've gotten good at cutting me off, and you'll notice that I know you might not even notice this directly, but I'm about to talk because I start moving my hand.
You do that, yeah. I definitely noticed that.
Okay. That's my cue. I'm like, I really want to say something,
right.
So my hand goes up, and then you'll know.
Do you do that consciously, or is that just...
I do that consciously.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be talking, I'm like, I really want to say something, so I'll move my hand up like this and point.
I see.
And then you'll be like, da-da-da-da-da-da, and then I'll notice you end your thought.
Right.
And then I can do that, so...
Yeah, you have to pay attention to how somebody ends their sentence, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody ends their sentence like this, they're probably not going to stop.
There's something
their train
more.
of thought.
Yeah, there's
something
more
else
coming. Yeah.
You have to wait until they're done.
Yeah.
And then
perfect.
And then they're done. Anyway, but in general, I really like it. So I think you're a good commentator. It's about getting experience.
It's really interesting too, because. So, I mean, commentary, I know, like, GYT has actually said one of the things he likes about our commentary is that there's a lot of times where we won't say anything. And he likes that a lot of times that we're just silent because something is just interesting is happening and we don't always feel like we have to push stuff. But also what's kind of interesting is I know a lot of people get mad whenever, like, someone will go off on some tangent and you're like, you're not commentating about the match or whatever. Then I saw some people, like, talking about D1 in Smash commentary, and they're like, my favorite thing about you is that, you don't always have to do play-by-play. You talk about other things and stuff like that. And I was like, it's really interesting. It's just, it's
different
so different.
People like different things.
And different games, I feel like, have different kinds of, things to different tendencies. So
sure.
It's very interesting.
Sure.
Commentary's weird. It really is. Like, you think to yourself, man, I want to do commentary because that looks fun. It's just weird.
It is fun, but it's like anything where you learn it and you get better at it, need more experience.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it is. Anyway, good work, though. I look forward to doing it in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. But, of course, there was also another tournament this weekend, and in fact, to a lot of people, they might have even considered this the bigger tournament. I mean, if you're a Street Fighter player, yes. If you're everything else, hell no. But if you're a Street Fighter player, obviously, Stunfest in France was just... I mean, this was Capcom Cup, practically. Like, when you looked at the players that were there, it's pretty ridiculous. In fact, I should go through the top 16.
You probably should,
because there's so many players in here, right? So, tied for 13th place was Ryan Hart in 13th place, tied with Mago, tied with Kazunoko, and tied with Valmaster Chun. So, I mean, I'm not naming who they played, but they're all playing who you think they would.
Right, sure.
Mago was using Yang. And then in 9th place was Eita with Akuma, Gagapa with M. Bison, Xian. Xian did not make top 8, and he used Gen and Elena, and Luffy did not make top 8. He got 9th with Rose. And so top 8 was tied for 7th was Bon Chan with Sagat, and Fudo with Fei Long and Sagat. I didn't actually see him use the guy at all. I didn't see that one. So tied for 5th was Arcapa Punko, who used Seth and El Fuerte, and then Gamer B, who used Adon and Elena. 4th place was Mad Cat's Tokido. 3rd place went to Infiltration. 2nd place went to Momochi, and 1st place, Mad Cat's Daigo Umehara.
Okay.
Who took it all in grand finals. In what I think, I watched the grand finals between Daigo and Momochi. I thought that match was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of that? Have you seen it yet? Tell me what you think of that match.
Okay, well, I'll be honest, I guess. I watched about half of it, and then I went back to the MKX stream that I was watching.
You just wanted to watch some MKX action.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It seemed like it was a very high-level match, I will say that, for sure. I mean, you could see the spacing was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went back to watch MKX.
But I mean, one interesting thing one thing that I took out of that match is everybody sits there and talks about how much they love Daigo's 25-hit combo. You saw that, right? Oh, you didn't even see that? Come on, they released like the top 5 moments and stuff.
I didn't want to spoil it for myself.
Oh, okay,
I mean, I'm planning to watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, well, Daigo does this ridiculously long combo, and everyone's just like, oh my god, Craigasm, that combo, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it was a good combo, right? But it's to me, it's one of those things, like, I watched that match, and I was like, my god, the spacing, the footsies, like, Momochi had some ridiculous reactions and stuff, like, I don't like spoiler, sorry, but he punishes a whiffed short hurricane kick with Ken Ultra 2.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. I mean, there was just a lot of high level play, and that was the stuff that got me super excited. But then you see a lot of people get excited about Daigo's 25-hit combo, right? To me, that is why I believe execution and flash is every bit as much as part of fighting games as everything else, because it brings that factor in there. Basically, it's what happens when LeBron goes for some crazy ass dunk and he just like posterizes a couple of people. It's 2 points, but it's just like you can get excited about it. And so when Daigo just rattles off this
part of why I like hockey more than basketball.
But even hockey has some really cool things too.
Hockey does have really cool things that are necessary at the time to score goals. You're not like shooting a backhand because you want to.
Right.
You have to.
You know, the fact that there is that element of skill where you're like, I couldn't have done
I definitely
that,
get it.
You know, helps a lot. And so, you know, for me watching that, I was like, oh my god, everything was so amazing. You know, that combo didn't even matter in the grand scheme of things. Like, Daigo was winning that round, and he just did it because he just wanted to show off. He just wanted to be like, I don't drop my combos anymore, okay? But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, that combo had no impact. But it was amazing for people. And I think Daigo even knew that, because, you know, Daigo's kind of a showman now. So,
right, yeah.
So, yeah. There you go.
For sure.
But,
so, did Infiltration only play DiCaprio?
That's all I saw him play.
Wow.
His DiCaprio is so irritating.
Really?
His DiCaprio is like your Jason.
Oh, yeah?
All he wants to do is time you out.
Really?
Every match that Infiltration played went down to like last 10 seconds.
Really?
Because he's just teleport.
He's not even building meter, right? I mean,
no. He is just basically never standing still. He is always doing something, so you never know when something is actually going to come.
Okay.
And it's like, you could just like look at the frustration in Momochi as he's playing him. Like, you could see how like Momochi doesn't look like he gets frustrated, but there's parts of his gameplay. Like, there was one like end of the round where Momochi was just like, God, fierce uppercut, and he died, you know?
Oh, yeah?
But yeah, no, Infiltration is really good. Who knows if he'll keep up with DiCaprio on PS4? But, you know, we'll see.
Right, yeah, we'll talk about that later. Now, Veserius on Twitter says, I hope you guys touch on Daigo making Infiltration's DiCaprio look impotent.
It was so interesting. So when he was playing against Momochi was scared to throw fireballs, because every time he threw he would teleport, and then Momochi would finally throw a fireball, dive kick, and he'd punish because he was always in the position. So what Daigo did was he would always throw fireballs later, just a beat off. So when he teleported, And he could tell when Infiltration was like, oh, he didn't throw a fireball, time to go back.
Right.
That's when he would throw a fireball. So Infiltration actually teleported back into a bunch of fireballs.
Interesting.
And so Daigo just completely took that timing away from him. And yeah, he beat up Infiltration pretty badly.
Okay.
It was really interesting. It was really interesting to see. So, because his fireball timing was like, Momochi was like so scared to throw fireballs. And there was a couple of times where he was like, fine, I'll throw it. And then he got hit and he got punished. But Daigo was like, no, I'm just going to throw fireballs later because you can't do anything about this.
Yeah.
Because I know you're going back because you don't see me. I'm not vulnerable, so you're going to go back. So I'm going to throw a fireball now. It was really, really cool stuff. So
Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I did this on Twitter, but I really like F-Word and Winter State Logan's commentary. I think they do a really good job. I think they're a great duo, and I really would love to see them come to Capcom Cup.
That'd be really nice.
I think that would be really awesome.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, they're really good.
Shout outs to them. Yeah, they deserve like more props and like more followers and stuff like that. So
yeah, they definitely do a really good job for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, it was
shout outs to Stunfest and the fact that the Capcom Pro Tour is really seeming to make good on what it sort of impliedly promised. All those official events, the premier events, are awesome. Yeah, the level of play is ridiculous at all of those.
Yeah, I'm really sad to see that Ebby didn't make top 16.
Yeah,
he did well in the team tournament.
He did get second place.
He got second place along with Punko.
Right.
And then Infiltration and Damascus took that. So Damascus and Ibuki player.
I think that Ebby is good, but when I watch him play, so the only match that I saw in full from this was Kazunoko versus Ebby.
I saw the way that one ended. Well, at least one of them.
It was very close.
Yeah.
Super. It was basically just a guess EXDP from Kazunoko, which hit rather than didn't hit, and so he won. That was it was at the very, very end.
Mm-hmm.
His defense is erratic. Like he doesn't like to sit still. So I don't know. I kind of wish that wasn't the case, but
if he had what's the Tennessee ML Swear. ML Swear's defense is pretty good. You could just tell he gets nervous and cracks a little bit. So I feel like maybe if he had, because that's the one thing I noticed about ML Swear is he plays Hakan very calmly.
Oh yeah.
So I think if maybe those two mixed together a little bit, they could probably produce something really strong. So.
Yeah, give him another couple of years and we'll all be playing SF5 and it won't matter anymore.
Unless Hakan comes back.
Oh yeah,
as popular as he is. I mean, can you imagine them excluding him?
What if, for real though? What if his wife, or what if he's taught his daughter everything he knows?
Dude, everyone would use her. Everyone would use Hakan's daughter in the game. Everyone would do it.
Oh well. Oh well, not gonna happen.
Oh man. But yeah, so Stunfest, good job to all those guys, and they've picked up a lot of points and such for the Capcom Pro Tour. Infiltration qualifies because Daigo was already there. Momochi is already there.
Interesting.
So Infiltration wins. And what was cool is actually Daigo had to fight Tokido to get in the top 3. And everyone was like, well, they're both Mad Cats. Obviously Daigo's going to throw the match to Tokido because then Tokido will have a chance to qualify, right? But Daigo was like, sorry. I feel like winning. Bye, Tokido.
Good job to him. Well, dude, there's so much money at these premier events that you can't just blow them off. You have to win if you can win.
Absolutely.
Like, so. that removes that temptation, I feel.
So, yeah, shout outs to Team Mad Cats, for keeping it real like that. So, but I did want to actually take an opportunity to talk a little bit about the standings.
Yeah.
So Infiltration has obviously been winning a lot of like the ranking events and such, right? And now that he's qualified, he didn't qualify by taking first. But regardless, him and Daigo, who has won 2 premier events now,
right,
have taken a sizable lead now. So if you look at the standings, Mad Cat's actually, I wonder if I can bust this out on the web here. Oh, look at that! It's actually still working, surprisingly. Okay, let's do that then. So let's go to no, I don't need to apply changes. There we go. So we can see here, Mad Cat's and look at that, it's perfectly centered.
Nicely done.
Yeah, that was luck. Mad Cat's Daigo here and Infiltration, our Kappa Infiltration, are far and away above everyone else.
Yeah, look at that.
Like Infiltration almost has twice as many points as the third place position. So Daigo is at 514, Infiltration at 488. And Shen still at third place, Momochi fourth, Mago, Arcapapunko, Tokido, and now Knuckledew is the highest placing U.S. player.
Dang, okay.
So good job to Knuckledew. Congratulations.
That's all
to
offline
him.
Points.
Yeah, that's right. So he's up there now. So he has leapfrogged Justin Wong, who's now at 9th place here. So Knuckledew winning that tournament was pretty big, beating Justin Wong. Because if Justin had beat Knuckledew, then obviously Justin would be above.
That makes sense.
So then Gamer B is down there, Dark Jiwa, Nemo, Bon Chan, and then Ricky Ortiz at 14. So and Snake Eyes at 15. So those are the top U.S. players, and then rounding out at 16th is Kazunoko.
But 32 qualify, right?
32 qualify, yes. So the nice thing about it is if you scroll, all top 5 have already qualified.
Right.
So not only that, so it's going to be basically the next 16. So if we go all the way to 21, we see Human Bomb, Fudo, Tom P, Luffy, and Koji KOG right now. So there's a lot more room for some players to get up there.
Yeah, I guess when you get down to like the 22s and 23s, which is Sako and TS Sabin, that's probably like few enough points that that could go away. Like at next tournament, somebody could theoretically win and pass them. So
just leapfrog all the way in
but it is going to be down to 32, right? So at this point,
Oh,
well, I guess 31. So if 5 people have already qualified,
right,
then there are 26 open spots.
Right, and you're right. A huge chance that some of the people way up there are going to win some of the premier events and qualify.
Right.
So yeah, if we keep going, then we see K. Brad and Ryan Hart, Shiro, Chuan, LPN, Inko, 801 Strider, Dominion, and let's just go all the way to the bottom here, which is Fluke from United Kingdom.
Dude, that'd be pretty sick if all those players made it. Like, those are all really, really good players. So.
But you know what, though? The thing about it is the points are... They're going to change very drastically after EVO, obviously, because EVO gives the most points.
Of course.
So even if you just make top 16, like, you get more points than some ranking events, right? So we're going to see a lot of
long time to go.
Yeah. Would it be really nice if a U.S. player won EVO this year?
Yes.
It would be kind of nice.
Would you make a bet on that?
Not right now.
I would not.
Not right now. I mean, honestly, out of everybody, like I said, he was top 5, but Knuckledew, he's kind of...
You think he's the biggest U.S. threat?
Right now he is. And he also always does well against foreign players.
He does do well against foreign players.
He does well against foreign players, right? So he hasn't had like 10 years of being beaten down by Japanese players, you know, and being like, why can't we be as good as this? You know, he's walked into this whole thing and he's like, history, whatever, I'm going to beat everyone.
That's true. Well, I'll tell you this. I'll be happy if we get 2 U.S. players in top 8.
You know, every year I feel that
That's
way.
it.
We always manage to get 2. We always manage to get 2.
I just want to keep that 2.
Yeah.
I don't want to slide back any farther, okay?
Yes.
That's my goal for this year.
agree.
This for Americans this year at EVO. Just don't do any worse than before.
Yeah, where is Smug? How come Smug hasn't gotten into a lot of these points yet? I guess he just hasn't been able to travel as much.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 32 Smug. Oh, so he's number 34. So he was right out of the top. And I got to imagine he'll do better at a lot of these events. So, okay. Well, that's it for Stunfest.
Okay.
I mean, there was a few other games that were played there. I don't know if you want to...
Just briefly.
Okay. I think I actually closed the tab already, didn't I? Oh, yeah, here we go. So, looks like in
Say one.
Tekken Tag 2 tournament, SOC Red won with Raven and Feng. ST was run by Zagi, a Chun-Li player. Oh, there is one game that I do want to get to, actually.
Okay, sure.
Super Smash Bros. Wii U was won by Enki, who used Pikachu. Nice.
Sick.
Okay.
Wow, second place was Nin with Rob and Diddy.
Dang.
Nice. I mean, Diddy fine, but
right,
Rob, sick.
That's cool. KOF was won by Tokido. No surprise. Third Strike, I guess, was only a team tournament. And looks like the team 60 women.
Dang.
Nyaban with Makoto, Mimosa with Yang, and Billy Kane with Yun.
When I studied in France in 2004, I went over to Mimosa's house a couple of times to play Third Strike. And
nice.
he was the best player in Paris at the time, and Billy Kane was somewhere. He was not in France at the time.
Okay.
And I got to play a lot with him. That's awesome. I haven't seen that name for like 11 years, so that's cool.
Their team name is 60 Women, right? And there was a tweet that came out that I think it was Mimosa or one of those guys. Let's just say it was Mimosa. He was like, and Mimosa wins Third Strike for 60 women. And I read that and I was like, I could not process this tweet
what does that mean?
At all. I was like, something is wrong here.
Yeah.
But eventually I saw that was the team name and I was like, okay, got it. But yeah, but
that is cool.
They beat Boss, who used Akuma, RF, Chun-Li, and Momochi Yun.
Dang.
They beat Team Japan.
Dang.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Kazunoko won Xrd.
Okay.
Jackal with Soul Bad Guy. Jackal got second with Milia Rage. But interesting enough, he beat RF Faust.
Okay.
So that's pretty good right there. Soul Calibur 5 was won by Gold Shad. And CVS 2 was won by Boss.
How about that?
Still the best.
he'll just live his entire life as the best. So.
Pretty much, yeah. He's gonna take that forever. Breaker's Revenge, I guess, was played and was won by NTSC Abdes, who used Show. Interesting Show.
How about that? I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, cool stuff. Okay, so that wraps it up for Stunfest there. So do you want to take another break before we get on to... Okay, cool. We'll be right back, guys.